All right, let's dive into one of the greatest and honestly one of the most beautiful puzzles in our entire solar system. Think of this as a cosmic detective story. We're heading to the gas giant Saturn, where nature has cooked up something that, well, it just shouldn't be possible. Just picture it for a second. A planet of pure, unimaginable chaos. Storms the size of continents, winds faster than anything on Earth. A world of total turbulence. And right in the middle of all that chaos, we find a shape so precise, so geometrically perfect, it almost looks like someone put it there. But this isn't some sci-fi movie plot. This thing is real. This is the incredible story of Saturn's hexagon.
So, what exactly is this thing? Let's get right down to it and figure out what we're dealing with here, because this atmospheric feature is, to put it mildly, a total mind-bender.
Okay, so this isn't just a funky-looking cloud. No way. It's a jet stream, a roaring river of wind that's locked itself into an almost perfect six-sided shape. And to give you an idea of the scale we're talking about, each one of its six sides is wider than our entire planet. Just let that sink in for a moment. To solve any mystery, you've got to look at the evidence, right? So let's do a proper investigation. We're going to break down the anatomy of this cosmic monster, piece by piece. First up, the sheer size. The hexagon stretches about 29,000 kilometers across. That's a number so big, it's kind of hard to even picture. I mean, you could fit 2 Earths inside it, and they'd just be rattling around with room to spare. But its size is just the beginning. Because then you've got its power. The winds that make up the walls of this thing are screaming along at 320 kilometers per hour. That makes a Category 5 hurricane back here on Earth look like a gentle breeze. And even that isn't the whole story. Because this is the detail that truly blew scientists away. Thanks to the Cassini spacecraft, we learned this isn't some thin, surface-level feature. Oh no. The winds creating the hexagon plunge an astonishing 8,000 kilometers deep into the planet. Let's just put this all side by side to really let it hit home. The hexagon's width is more than double the Earth's diameter. Its winds completely dwarf our most violent storms. And its depth? It goes deeper into Saturn than the entire distance from the Earth's crust to its core. This isn't just a storm. It's a fundamental piece of the planet itself. And right here, this is maybe the biggest clue in the whole investigation. The hexagon spins around once every 10 hours, 39 minutes, and 24 seconds. Now, that's not the speed of the clouds floating around it. That is the exact rotation speed of Saturn's deep interior. That tells us this thing isn't just floating around on top, it's anchored somehow to the very heart of the planet. So, the big question is, how in the world does nature create a perfect geometric shape on a gas planet? I mean, it seems impossible, but scientists have been chipping away at this for decades, and they've come up with some really brilliant ideas. One of the most elegant explanations actually came from a lab experiment. I love this. Scientists basically created a mini Saturn in a tank of liquid. They spun it at different speeds, and what they found was that tiny little whirlpools, vortices, naturally formed and pushed the fluid into a stable, many-sided shape. It proved that a hexagon could just be a natural result of fluid dynamics, not some bizarre cosmic fluke. A super powerful computer model gave us an even deeper idea, and the Harvard researchers behind it came up with this brilliant analogy. Think of the main jet stream at the pole as a big rubber band. Their model showed that powerful storms rising up from deep inside Saturn act like a bunch of smaller rubber bands, squeezing that main jet stream from all sides and forcing it, pinching it into that hexagonal shape. The key idea here is that the hexagon is being sculpted by forces from way, way down below. Okay, so that explains how it might form, but how does it stay so perfect for so long? I mean, we've been watching this thing for decades. Well, a theory from Caltech suggests the hexagon has its own bodyguard. It's surrounded by a ring of winds spinning in the opposite direction. This anticyclonic shield basically acts like a bumper, deflecting any other storms that get too close and locking the hexagon's shape in place. So, there we have it. Case closed, right? Deep storms create it, whirlpools shape it, and a windshield protects it. It's a neat, tidy explanation. But then we pointed the most powerful space telescope ever built at Saturn. And everything we thought we knew got way more complicated. And, that's the beautiful thing about science. Just when you think you've got the answer all wrapped up with a nice little bow, a new discovery comes along that shows you the mystery is so much deeper than you ever imagined. Okay, so get this. Here's what the Webb telescope saw.
Way above the hexagon we all know and love, about 600 kilometers up in the stratosphere, it spotted this bizarre star-shaped pattern. And then, even higher than that, over 1,000 kilometers up in the ionosphere, it found this chain of weird, dark, bead-like spots. Turns out, the hexagon wasn't alone. And here is the absolute bombshell. The pointy arms of that star shape in the stratosphere, they seem to line up perfectly with the corners of the hexagon hundreds of kilometers below. What this suggests is just mind-blowing. The hexagon might not just be a storm. It might be the base of a colossal, vertically stacked tower of energy that stretches all the way up through Saturn's atmosphere. These new features are brand new to science, and right now, nobody has any idea what they are. So the James Webb Telescope didn't solve the mystery of the hexagon. It blew the whole case wide open, leaving us with questions that are way more profound and way weirder than the ones we started with. We still don't know for certain why nature chose 6 sides. Why not 5, or 7, or 8? Why is there this perfect hexagon at the North Pole, but the South Pole just has a normal swirling vortex? And now we have this whole new list of questions. What in the world are those dark beads in that lopsided star? And why is the star missing 2 of its arms? This cosmic case is so far from closed.
You know, Saturn's hexagon is this amazing reminder that even in the absolute chaos of a gas giant's atmosphere, this incredible, beautiful order can just emerge. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other impossible, beautiful shapes are out there in the cosmos, just waiting for us to find them?